Hey doers, today we're going to be talking about work-life integration. So if you have ever had a corporate job or worked in any type of business setting, you probably heard the term work-life balance. Well, for a lot of times, even when I did work in the corporate world, but more so with direct sales, it's really hard to have a really good balance. So we want to call it work-life integration. How can you do both at the same time and not leave either part neglected? I know a lot of you have a full-time job or maybe even a part-time job, and then you have a family to take care of and a household to look after. And that right there, you have a full plate. And then add a business on top, it gets really overwhelming really fast. I know firsthand that life can get really busy when you're trying to juggle all of those things. So today I want to share with you a few ideas that will help you simplify your business, your life, your home life, everything around, so that way you have a much better work-life integration. It's possible that you already do some of these things, so if you do, make sure you let us know in the chat. But my first one is called double dipping and batching. If you love to cook, you might cook every single night of the week. But imagine if instead of cooking every single night of the week, you double dipped or you batched. You did a lot of cooking at once and then froze it, so that way the next day or maybe 4 days down the road, you can take it out, defrost it, and have a meal ready to go. And there's no time spent in the kitchen just putting it in the oven. The same thing, let's say you're making spaghetti on one night. Instead of just making enough ground beef for your spaghetti, make double the amount and set half aside, so tomorrow you can use that ground meat for tacos. If you have never searched Pinterest for freezer meals or crock pot freezer meals, you are missing out. So definitely start there. If you're like me, you're probably the person who takes care of the household, making sure everything is cleaned and done around the house. So if that is you, check out simple.com. They have a really awesome checklist to help you clean your house in 10 minutes a day. Another favorite of mine is flylady.net, and she also has a system that she puts in place where she focuses on a different area of the house each day of the week. My favorite tip for her is I clean my toilet every single day. Sounds really weird, but I clean my toilet, I take a shower, and I go to bed. So that when I wake up in the morning, it's nice and clean, and I never have to be like, oh, like the toilet's disgusting if I have visitors over. Same thing with the sink. I always make sure that my sink is empty at the end of the day, so that way when I wake up, it's nice and clean. I want you to think about how your space affects your mental energy. And this is any space, your office, your car, your living room, your bedroom. If you have a cluttered space, your mind is unconsciously trying to sort through the things that are in front of you. But if you have a clean space, your mind is free to do the task at hand. So like I mentioned, I love to make sure that my house is completely picked up before I go to bed. So when I wake up in the morning, I don't have to worry about anything. I wake up and the living room is picked up, my office is picked up, there's no dishes in the sink, and my toilet is clean. The next big one is delegate where you can. Do not try to overwhelm yourself and do every single task. If you have kids, enlist your kids to help you. Even if you feel, oh, well, they're too young for that, let them try. Maybe it's labeling catalogs. And you know what? If the sticker's crooked, that's okay. And if you're printing your own, you can even put at the bottom, if this sticker isn't on here straight, that means my kids are helping me. If you don't have kids, or maybe they're not old enough to help you yet, look for a local preteen to help you bag or label or sort, and then pay them in SCENTSY. I personally have a virtual assistant and I pay her in SCENTSY. The next thing is you should have a power hour every single day. Now, if you do not have an hour, you need to have a power something. Power 30, power 15, whatever that looks like for you. But you need to have dedicated time where you're head down, focusing on your top income producing activities. So the way that I like to do that is I write down every single thing that I do for my business, and then I look and I say, which one of these things are really income producing? So is samples really income producing for me right now, or is follow-up more income producing?
Spoiler alert, follow-up is extremely income producing.
And truth be told, 80% of your income is going to come from the top 20% of your tasks. So just focus on those top couple of tasks every single day, and I promise you, your business will change. The last thing I want to mention is if you're attached, or maybe if you're a family, you need to schedule a date night or a family night every single month. I know some of you might even do it every single week, but if you're not doing something every single month together as a unit, you need to. It's no good to earn this money and incentives and trips if it's at the expense of your family. You have to think of your family as a bank account. You can't go to the bank and ask for withdrawals if you have not put any deposits into that bank account. So you need to make deposits as often as possible, like I mentioned. Some of you might do it weekly, but at least once a month, make sure you're putting deposits into that family bank account. But I would love to hear what you guys thought about this. What suggestions are you going to take and put into action to get more time back in your business, to make things easier, to take things off of your plate? But let's chat about it down below.